Have any of these girls ever heard of pants before? What up y'all, it's the Black Critic Guy, and today I'm here to review the anime Strike Witches, and I gotta say, the anime just doesn't stand out, and it wasn't really that engaging to me. It was kinda dull, especially for an anime that really focuses on girls with cat ears and cat tails wearing nothing but panties and a shirt. I didn't find it interesting. So the basic premise of Strike Witches is it follows this girl by the name of Yoshika Miyafuji, who is this normal high school girl who gets recruited by this girl named Sakamoto, who's like this lieutenant or something like that, to join the Strike Witches because of her amazing magical abilities. And it basically just follows her and the ragtag team of Strike Witches as they take down these things called Neuroids, who are wreaking havoc around the world, and that is the story of Strike Witches. Now, like I mentioned before, the thing that really pulled me in to go see this anime is actually this picture right here. I mean, just look at this picture. It has a girl holding a gun, wearing nothing but a shirt and her panties, while having cat ears and a cat tail. It just looked interesting, and I thought, man, that could be a very comical and hilarious kind of anime. And when I started watching it, I realized, wow, this anime really came up short. Now let's start with what I really enjoyed about this anime. The first thing that really pulls my interest in is that the flight sequences are amazing. I mean, they're just like zooming through the air, and I kind of wish I could have done that too, because it's been a lifelong dream for me to actually go flying in the sky without having to be in a plane or some type of vehicle. I just want to go like soaring through the air. And in this anime, they show it how it would feel like to be flying in the air with nothing but those kind of boot-like jets on your legs, and you just zoom through the air. All the characters for the most part are well developed and have great chemistry with each other. In fact, some of my favorite scenes in the anime is when all the girls are like interacting with each other and making fun, or like crazy wacky situations are happening. Some of the best scenes in the anime, when all the girls are interacting. And I did like some of their bonds. Some of them had like, you know, oh, I have a bond with this character, or I have a bond with that character. And I really felt their bonds and connections. A few characters really stood out. The ones that stood out to me were Francesca and Shirley. They were the two like comical relief characters, and they were both entertaining and fun to watch. And lastly, the voice acting was handled very well. I felt like all the voice actresses embodied the characters that they were portraying. And one funny thing is that the main character, Miyafuji, her voice actress, is the same girl that voiced Liechtenstein in Hetalia, and every time I heard her talk, I was always thinking to myself, Big Brother, all the time. I mean, I just couldn't escape it. Every time I heard her voice, I kept hearing Liechtenstein trying to talk to Switzerland, saying, Big Brother, what are we doing today? Sadly, those are the only redeeming qualities in this anime to me. Now to get to what I didn't like. The biggest problem I had with this anime is that this anime really took itself seriously. Like, I looked at the picture, I'm like, okay, that could look like it's gonna be like some type of dramedy comedy about war and, you know, cute girls flying around with guns. I thought that's what it was gonna be like. Instead, I got like this drama with a little bit of comedy on the side now and again about these girls who wear no pants, have cat ears and cat tails, zooming around fighting enemies. Because nothing screams respect me as a woman than a girl flying with no pants on, with cat ears and cat tails. And I just didn't see the purpose or point of them not wearing pants and having cat ears and cat tails. I know they're trying to do the whole moe kind of fan service thing, but the problem with that is that they're having really like emotional, you know, heart-driven and serious moments, but it just gets ruined because when you look at them, they have their cat ears and their cat tails and they're wearing no pants. Most of the girls in this anime wear no pants, just panties. And you might say, oh, but that one's actually wearing pants. No, those are leggings. She's wearing leggings. That's it. That's the closest thing you get for a character wearing pants in this anime. Well, a girl character. And I just found it really distracting. Why aren't they wearing pants? Just cuz. Why does she have cat ears? Just cuz. Why does she have a cat tail? Just cuz. There's no reason, no purpose. It just seemed pointless. I mean, if you're gonna take yourself seriously, take yourself seriously, but no one's gonna take you seriously if you look like this. Another sad thing is, although I really like the voice acting, the synchronization of the voices to the pictures were kind of out of sync. There'll be scenes where their mouth is flapping and it doesn't really match what they're saying. It kind of seems out of place. Some of the side stories like drop on a dime. Like when you get a character's development, you get a full development of their character, you understand where they're coming from, and then they just drop that, and then you move on to the next character's development in and their story. And I'm like, okay, now they become like super side characters and you barely see them in the anime. Like, when a girl's done with their arc, she kind of disappears for a while. She's in the background. You don't really see her that much. I was like, that's not right. Just keep it constant. Keep showing these girls so that we don't forget, oh, that girl's on this team and that girl's on this team. And then make one of the biggest mistakes by dropping one of the most important subplots of this story when the main character Miyafuji meets with the enemy. And I don't want to give too much away, but there's a realization that happens. And you're like, oh, well, maybe something can change now. But nope, it's just dropped and forgotten. And also the action scenes feel tenseless. Like, there's no tense moments in this anime where I felt like, oh my god, they just might lose. Maybe they're not gonna make it this time. No, every time they fought, they won. There was never a time where they were like, oh, we're down our luck. We can't win against this thing. No, it just, they fight the enemy and then they win and they're like, woohoo! And that's how every episode ended. There was never a moment where I felt tension or where like something felt like out of control or they couldn't handle it. And that brings me to the Neuroarc. If they're supposed to be this menacing threat upon humanity, why does it only take like a couple of girls to knock them out and put them in their place? I never felt threatened by these guys, not once in the anime. Maybe like there was a split second where like, oh yeah, these guys are kind of ruthless. But then that all ended because in came the girls and it's like, dead, done, let's move on to the next one. I mean, they're supposed to have taken over the world, but you never see like them in other places in the world or hear about other places in the world besides like near Europe and stuff. So you really don't feel like they're threatening the entire world, only like a section of the world, which also takes away from the menace of these characters. They're not menacing at all. So you take out the action scenes because the action scenes are dull and pointless. You take out the moe because the moe is also pointless, and also they look like middle schoolers. They don't look like high school girls. They're just like middle schoolers, and it just gives off this pedophilic vibe, and I didn't like that. So you take that out. What do you have left? Some decent, voice acting, decent character development, and some awesome fight scenes. And that doesn't leave you with much. So overall, I enjoyed some parts of this anime, but it really wasn't engaging. I really didn't care, and I found it very dull and uninteresting, and it's just forgettable in my book. That's why I'm going to give this anime a 2 out of 5 stars. It's an easily forgettable anime. But anyway, what did you guys think of this anime? Did you like it a lot, or did you find it distasteful and uninteresting? And let me know, what is your favorite Girls with Guns anime? For me, it's Noir. Noir just sets the bar for Girls with Gun animes. I just liked it. Comment below and let me know. Anyway, I'm the Black Critic Guy, bridging the gap between movies and anime reviews. Till then, peace, YouTube.